9. No one would die for a lie proves Christianity is true. This series is about arguments that I regularly come across, and I have this one directed at me probably 5 times a week, sometimes more. This assertion usually goes something like this. The early Christians were willing to die for their beliefs, and no one would die for a lie. I don't know why this is so compelling to Christians. The insistence that Christians believe earnestly and are willing to die for that belief with such gotcha relish is mind-boggling to me. I accept fully that Christians are convinced of their beliefs. You don't have to try so hard to convince me. I'm right there with you. But this is not evidence that those beliefs are true or justified. It is evidence that those people are convinced. I'm confident that not only could we find examples of every major religion, but also of every significant non-religious belief system or ideology where people have been willing to die for those beliefs. So what does this tell us? It tells us that people are willing to die for those things which they are strongly convinced of. They don't have to be lies. But not being a lie, and here comes the significant part, not being a lie doesn't automatically qualify the belief as being true. If it did, then congratulations, Christians. You have just demonstrated that the sect of Islam that carried out the 9/11 attacks is true. And if you don't accept that, then you are by definition special pleading for your own religion, taking criteria that applies to many and saying it is only significant for your belief. In addition, even if we were to say that Christianity was the only belief system that had ever had anyone die for their beliefs, then neurological and psychological studies explain that we can be convinced of things that aren't true. Memory studies in particular demonstrate many of these flaws, including in trauma response and, contrary to many apologists' insistence, multi-eyewitness testimony. For more details on this, see the talk I gave over on recovering from religion called The Implausibility of the Resurrection. So is it true that no one would die for a lie? I don't believe in absolutes, but I'm largely with you. I don't think that most people would be willing to sacrifice themselves for something that they didn't believe to be true, unless that sacrifice helped to save other lives in the process. I think people who die for a cause, by and large, are invested in the genuine belief that the cause is true. But that doesn't make the belief itself true. Using the methodology, people would die for a lie proves X, also proves Y and Z when they fall into that methodology. Christians, please stop using this argument. It is poor and overused. It is one of the poorer arguments in Christianity, and on this list. It is intrinsically flawed, and the only thing it demonstrates is that the person making the argument hasn't thought about it very hard.